If you are a business owner, whether it's a mom and pop style shop, a startup business, or you've owned this business for years and have continued to grow, the Veld Group says they are here for you.
The Veld Group is a boutique firm that helps evaluate and maximize the value of your business. Joining us now from Veld Mergers and Acquisitions is Michael Wildeveld, and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to have you here. So I know you're an author, and we're going to talk about your books in just a minute, but first explain to people what you do.
We do everything to assist small business owners to medium size, typically under $20 million in value, to establish what their company's worth, to look at how they can maximize their sales proceeds, even if that means capturing untapped value or boosting what they have. We bring it to market and we help to sell. That could be to a third party, or we've developed about 21 different strategies where they can maybe be better off without even selling.
Now, how many times when you're working with a customer do they discover, hey, I don't want to sell now? Is it more times than not?
It should be more times than not. The challenge is a lot of them don't plan enough in advance. And that's part of why we're promoting the book and part of why I'm writing the books, is if you could get to the owner soon enough, they could realize we could have the business run itself. It could continue to kick off value and provide for the family and provide for their legacy without necessarily selling.
And it's all about identifying the goal, right, long term for that business owner.
And that's the key. They speak to attorneys, their spouse, and they'll think, I need to get cashed out at close and I need to be free of all responsibility. And the reality is you can do that without necessarily giving up equity or necessarily giving up control. Other folks could come in and run the business for you. They could ingest the capital that you need to take it to the next level, and you could continue to benefit from it without necessarily selling. The oddity is we've been in over 1,000 transactions. So our bread and butter is selling companies, but that's not always what's in the owner's best interest.
So if I'm watching right now and I own a small business, at what point should I reach out to someone like you?
The sooner the better.
Okay.
Most people will come about a year in advance. And for a lot of tax mitigation strategies or value enhancement strategies, we have about 101 value enhancement strategies. Most of them take maybe a year plus to really, really capture the value of. Or if there's value left on the table that you were never able to capture on your own, that could take even longer. But if you could double the size of your company, it's worth it. So ideally, I'd say 3 to 5 years. In reality, people, the real go-getters might be 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
Got it.
Can we talk about your books? You have 2 books on the table right now. Which one should we start with?
I'm a contributing author to both of those, but I have a forthcoming book, which is really the key that encapsulates everything. So it's Exit on Your Terms, Expert Hacks to Get More, so increase the value of your company, keep more, mitigate your taxes on sale, and I say beat private equity at their own game. And the reason we say that is private equity might be buying a lot of the companies with $2 to $3 million plus in profit. All they're going to do is bolster the value that you've left on the table, build it for 5 to 7 years, and then exit. That's money that you could have had as an owner that instead you're shifting and leaving on the table for their benefit. So we can help you to capture that on your own, or at least partner with private equity, and we call that second bite to the apple. They could take the chips off the table on the first transaction, remain partners, and then really hit it big on the second transaction.
Are there certain types of companies that you work with, or you'll take on anyone?
We take on it. Strangely, the more unique, the better. We've done everything. We do have segments we're particularly strong in. Here in Florida, we're bringing a 50-unit chain to market, but we've done everything under the sun. The more unique they are, though, the more challenging they are, and we like the challenge.
Okay, so how does it start? Do we call or do we meet with you to see if it's the right fit, if we're wanting to sell or purchase?
You would give us a call. You could look online. We have several assessments that are out there. So a lot of owners are hesitant. They don't want anyone to know they're considering selling. So if you could take an assessment, this is what my company might be worth, or am I prepared to sell? What do I know and not know? A lot of people think there's 3 ways to sell your business. There's 21. They're very different. So some of them, most of it's a knowledge gap that the owners don't have. And if you're under $20 million in value, the reason we focus on this is those owners don't have the resources in-house, counsel, tax specialist, accounting, they don't have the knowledge, and even if they did have these people in-house, if they haven't sold 500 companies, they're not going to be familiar with a lot of these things.
Right. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And if anyone has any more questions, they could reach out to you or also read one of your books.
Yeah.
Any of them. I'm the only Wildeveld there is, at least on Amazon, so I'm very easy to find.
Perfect.
And our website's veldma.com for Veld Mergers and Acquisitions.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to put that website on the screen one more time so you can learn more at veldma.com.